Good morning, good morning. Well, I don't know about you, but I could certainly benefit from a 20-minute stretch. So, from me to you, let's get limber, lengthened out, and just take a little pause for ourselves for 20 minutes. And release down. Beautiful. Let's go up again, inhale up. This is going to be a perfect lengthening to the side and mobilizing your joints to help you best perform in the water when you're swimming. So not only does it feel good, but you're going to have the ability to hold a better aquatic line, get a longer reach, better catch, push forwards, and you're going to get a little bit of calm. So we're going to come to the very top of our mat. You don't need any equipment today except for a mat. If you're on carpet, you can run on that. Let's inhale, we'll stretch up. Exhale, we're going to swan dive forwards. You can soften the knees if it feels more comfortable. We're going to press those hands in. We're going to bring your hands to your thighs, flat back, look out, lengthen long. Exhale, we're going to fold down. We're going to step back into a nice little plank. We're going to sit and hold there. You know, I like to slide in a little ab work with you wherever I can. Lower to your knees, chest to the thighs, stretching through the shoulders and the base of the back. Press into your hands. We're going to curl your toes under. And if you're comfortable, we're going to press up into a little downward dog. Go ahead and step those feet in. Chest towards the thighs, hips up. And just take a nice stretch through the back and the back of the legs. From here, we'll look forward, so we're just going to soften those knees into a little bend and just take a little step to the top. We'll come back to that little flat back bridge spot. We'll fold it down and then we'll ease it on up. Big stretch at the top and release. Nice, let's go through that again. Inhale up, exhale, swan dive forwards. Soften through the knees. We're going to inhale, look out, get long. Exhale, fold. Press the hands in and we'll step back and find our nice little plank hold. Tight core, sending the heels to the back of the room. Hands are under the shoulders. We'll just drop down to the knees, uncurl the toes, stretch it on back. You can think of this as a nice reset for your body. If that downward dog doesn't feel good, you can stay back here in this little child's pose. Curl the toes under. You just stretch back up. We'll step the ball of the foot in a little bit here, sink it on down. Good. Soften those knees up. Get a little ab pull in there again, and we're going to step forwards. Find your little bridge spot here. Hands on the thighs, flat back, look forwards. Fold it on down. And bring it all up. That is perfect. So essentially, we've just got your back moving, which is fantastic. One more of those for you. Inhale up. We'll bring it forwards. Plant those wee hands down. Soften your knees. Find your little bridge spot. Slide it on down. We're going to step back, find your little plank hold. We'll pause here just for a little moment. You could be on your knees too. Think about really reaching your heels to the back of the room. Down on those knees, we're going to come into our little child's pose. And this time, you're going to take your wee fingers, and you're going to scoop them over to the left. A little spider walk there, and you're going to notice a nice stretch down the right side of your rear shoulder, getting all the way down the right side of your trunk too. So for reaching long and freestyle, this is going to help you lengthen out. Good for the health of the shoulders too. Now let's release the hands. We'll walk them over to the other side. Now we're hitting the left side. Center it up. Okay, we're going to do that one more each side. A little repetition. If you want to take a little further, take your little right hand and slip it over your left wrist. You're going to feel it a little deeper through the side, right side of your trunk. You can drop the head. Release it, we'll bring it on over, spider walk back, left hand across, sink it. Bring it back to center. We've still got our little downward dog to do, so we're going to curl our toes under. We're We're going to pop those hips up, stretch it back. Excellent. Okay, so from here, you've got two choices. I'm going to give you the modification first. You can drop your left knee and step your right foot forwards. That would be a-okay to do that. If you feel comfortable, you could step your right foot forward. So you can choose what feels best for you today. We're going to come into a powerful lunge position here. We're going to sink down. I really like this for a lengthening through the anterior side of your body. We're going to reach up, gaze up, and see if you can lower the back knee slightly. Take your right hand, reach your left wrist, and we're going to pull on over to the right side. So again, we're getting the lateral side of your trunk. Lengthening those intercostal muscles through the rib cage. Bring it up. Bring the hands down, and now we're all going to come down on the knee. It's always okay to put a cushion or a blanket under that knee. Walk your right foot forwards. We'll bring the hands on the thighs. Inhale up, and exhale, let's sink it forwards. Iliopsoas, nice hip flexor stretch. Now, one thing for us in swimming is we want to keep the ability to mobilize through the shoulder blades, our scapula. So we're going to bring the arms out. We're going to make ourselves a little cactus, opening through the chest, and then we're going to reach back up. A little cactus, reach back up, a little cactus, and back up. Terrific. Hands to the inside of your right foot. If this feels too low, you can put a couple of blocks down. Walk your right foot out to the side, and you can choose to stay here. You can bring it a little bit deeper here, or if you want to come a little further, over time, you're going to explore bringing one hand or both hands a little bit lower down. And again, that could be on a book or a block if you want to sink down a little bit deeper. Breathing into that. Bring it on up. Okay, leave your right hand inside your right foot, and we're going to think about the mobility in our upper back, our ability to twist the upper part of our spine. So we're going to take that left arm, and we're going to reach up. If you want to take it a little bit further, your gaze is going to follow. Go ahead and place that left hand down. We're going to switch sides. Bring it up. Bring it on down. Terrific. Let's bring ourselves back onto our all fours. So you've got choices. You can step the opposite leg forwards, or you can join me. We're going to press back up into that little downward dog. Bend the knees, and now we're going to step that left foot forwards. So we're back into that nice powerful lunge on the other side. Shoulders are above the hips. Rib cage is lifted, tummy in tight. We're going to sink down. We're going to reach up. We want to target the right side of the trunk this time. So left hand, right wrist, up and over. Really feel that stretch get a little bit deeper in there. Remember, you have the option of putting your right knee down. Perfect. Center it up. And now we all come down with our right knee. Hands on the thigh, inhale in, nice and tall, exhale, sink it on forwards, fantastic. Good, easing in there. So lots of, if you do lots of sitting during the day, your hip flexors, so I'm talking about your right side, right in here, they get super short and tight, so this helps lengthen them out. Inhale, reach up, you're going to feel that lengthen further, and we're going for cactus arms. First cacti. Cactus I ever saw was out in the scar swim. Couldn't believe it. Only had seen them in cartoons before. Beautiful. Excellent. So bring the hands to the inside of your left. We're going to sink down in there, or you can leave your hands up on the thighs. And if you want to explore things a little bit deeper, you're going to ease it on down, sink into it. Listen to your body. If it doesn't work for your body today, don't go there. Just looking for gentle opening, not to push or strain. Bring it up. Good. Okay, we're ready for that trunk rotation. So this time my right hand is going to reach up. Here we go. Gaze follows. And we'll go ahead and switch sides, left hand up. And bring it on down. Excellent work. So we're going to bring both those knees back. We're going to curl the toes under, either staying in child's pose, or you're going to press up into our little downward dog. We're going to soften those knees, and we're going to take a nice step up to the top again. You're going to make your little bridge with a flat back. Look out with a long neck. We're going to sink down. You should notice a little bit more length here than when we started. And then we're going to swan dive it back up. And bring it down. It's terrific work. Excellent. So let's move on to a little bit of work on the chest and the shoulders. I'm going to start off, you know this is one of my favourites, the chest opener. Interlace the fingers, and we're going to press back. One of the problems with shoulders or getting shoulder impingement, you keep stretching, and I'm going to show you, is if you're very tight in the chest, it pulls that little ball and socket forwards, combined with weak upper back muscles. The little ball is no longer rotating nice and smoothly and truly in its socket. So by keeping the chest open, stretched, you're going to really reduce the risk of shoulder impingement when you're swimming and when you're not. Okay, interlace the fingers, we're going to press away. Center it up, rear shoulder, right arm across, make a little home for it, with the left arm up. Nice work. When you think about the shoulder, it's just incredible the range of motion and mobility it has. Up, down, around, twist, incredible. And release. Okay, triceps, back side of the upper arm, slide it down. Good, so I'm holding you about 10 to 15 seconds, and then we're going to switch sides. This is the finish of our stroke, triceps, the press back. Switch. Now we're going to do a little double whammy. This is one of my favorites for my shoulders, chest and upper back. I'm going to bring these little hands and I'm trying to move them together over time. Ideally, you can give yourself a wee clap here. Okay, crowd goes wild. Woo! Notice that if you really take a nice long expansion, you're going to feel that predominantly in your right rear shoulder. Switch. So now I've got my left arm in front, my right underneath. You're either going to come towards each other or give yourself a little clappy. Most important person to cheer for you is you. This is a good time to do it. Crowd goes wild. Okay, bring it on up. Beautiful. Okay, let's see if we can take it a little bit further. So we're going to go into a wide stance. We're going to take that movement that we had, arms to the side. We'll interlace our hands in the back. We're going to press those hands down and back. That might be enough for you today. If you want to take it a little further, we're going to tip forwards. You can have the legs straight or put a little bend in. And I'm just trying to see if I can reach my hands up with a nice flat back. So I'm getting a little bit more opening up through the shoulders and also getting into my hamstrings a little bit too. If I keep my tummy pulled in tight, you get a little bit into the base of my back. Good, so we're going to try and keep a flat back, draw your hands down, slowly come up. Excellent work. Coming into a wide stance to the front. Release your hands. We're going to come back to a little bit of lower body mobility. And we're going to come into a little bit of inner thigh. Taking it over to the left. Inhale over to the right. Over to the left. So what you'll see we've done in this 20 minutes, we've done some forward back movements, sagittal plane, side to side movements, frontal. We've done a little bit of rotational work, which is our transverse plane. It's going to help the mobility of your body, range of motion in your joints, the lengthening of your muscles. Good, we're going to come up to center. Let's go ahead and toe heel in. And we're going to finish up down on our mat. Sit down anywhere you're comfortable. You're going to lay down on your back. Good. So a little bit more on the hamstring here. Hands on the upper part of the thighs. We'll just slightly draw that back. If you want a little bit more, you can straighten out your right leg. If you have a more flexible makeup, you might be able to bring your hands further up into your calf. You can perhaps reach up to your big toe, depending on where you're at. Again, the key is no strain. I myself am not the most flexible fish in the world, but I do have very long arms, so I can fake it pretty good there. And actually, it's not a pass-fail. It's about improving what you've got. So the only person to compare yourself is to you, and it's noticing one day you stretch, you do it 2 days later, and you see a little bit better range of motion, and you keep at it. Okay, and again, just checking in to see if maybe you can come up a little bit higher on that, taking that hold if you can. I'm just hooking my finger around my big toe. You could also use a strap or a rope here. Okay, release. Left foot, right thigh. Little hip opener. Again, these little hip muscles, hip rotators get pretty tight from a lot of sitting, so this is a good one to add into your repertoire. How about you taking 20 minutes to do something for yourself? It's pretty nice, isn't it? Really, it just takes a commitment to put out the mat or make the space and say you're going to do it. I can do the rest for you, just follow along. Go ahead and release that off. We're going to come into a little twist. Arms to the side. Pick both your knees up as if you were seated in a chair, and we're going to let your knees drop over to the right. Take your little head, and you're going to turn it to the left for a little bit more of a twist or a deeper twist. If you want a little bit more, you can take that right hand to the outside of your left knee. You don't have to pull it, just put a little body weight on it. You're going to feel a little bit more through the side of your trunk, even into your IT band a little bit there. Center it up. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Fantastic. Good, bring it up. We're going to hug those hands in, make some little circles on those knees. Let's take it through the other way. Stretch out, feet in one direction, hands in the other. Inhale in, exhale very slowly, bringing yourselves up into a standing position. How about that? You did it. So if you tuned in today, I'd love to hear your comments. You guys are so amazing. It's good to hear how you're doing, how your stretching's going. One last big reach up. Bring it on down. Well done. Thank you for tuning in to 20 Minute Stretch.